Yo.
4, 3, 2,
And what?
and 1.
Hey, bro.
Yo,
This like random just came in my head, but back in the day, did your block used to be like when the guys used to be the block that sell drugs, they used to be like rocks, blow, weed, like it
yeah,
would car drove fast. I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
why that just came into my head right now. I think
That's
because it's warm and that's when they
that's
used to.
random as hell, Tease. That's random as hell.
I don't even know why that just popped into my head. Yeah.
They did. They used to yell with rock blows weed.
Oh, 5-0, 5-0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5-0.
Yeah.
I remember growing up one time. It was the police name was Ghetto Boys. They used to be like Ghetto Boys on Larry. I used to be like, damn, they got a different name for it. So yeah, I heard it all.
That's
Heard
crazy.
it all, man. Yeah, yeah. That's how you know you grow up in the hood when you grew up in the hood.
Yeah, it's like crazy, bro. Because it's like back in the day when they stuff used to like when they used to talk like that, like it's like background noise. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like
Mm-hmm.
you don't real you get so used to it, then you just be like, oh, police coming, or somebody from the or somebody looking for some drugs, or it's just crazy. Like I'm
Yeah,
definitely out of that world, but you just sit outside and watch it. Like this is crazy. Like you just watching people like selling drugs and
yeah.
people getting pulled over and people get it's crazy like to actually not feel like to know we grew up in that environment.
And we did. And the funny thing about it, we remember all that. It was funny. But yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't know till we moved from the west side. Like I didn't think that like going on Madison and Pulaski to get stuff, like just to get food or just even to get like a shirt or outfit. Like I didn't know that was ghetto till we till we moved. Like I did it. I was like, it's just Madison and Pulaski. Like everybody go to a flea market to get some earrings, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
everybody go to Madison and Pulaski to get like hair products. Like it wasn't until like we moved to the suburbs, I was like, y'all ain't got no beauty supply. Like so I gotta go to the city to go to the beauty supply. Like it's a difference, but I definitely prefer the suburbs. I say that.
And it's
I wish
crazy.
we move.
It's crazy because when we grew up, Madison, Pulaski, that's where you went for gym shoes,
Them shoes, yep.
clothes.
Yep.
Then
Yeah.
you went there before you went to the mall.
Mhm. Mhm. That's why I didn't start really going to North Riverside until we got older when I
Mm-hmm.
could drive.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like my senior years, like, oh, we're going to the Riverside. I think we used to go to Brickyard sometime, but
No, I ain't fuck
mostly
with
we started
Brickyard.
to go to Riverside, yeah.
I ain't fuck with Brickyard because them essays up there, they used to be on bull. They always think it was GD.
That is so funny. Like, why is that a thing with like why they be asking it all the time? You
I don't
GD?
know. I don't know why. I don't know why the Mexican homies always swear that the brothers is always GD.
Always. Yeah.
Always. I don't know why they just always think that. But yeah, that's why we didn't really mess with the Brickyard too much. But
Yeah.
North Riverside, that's where we went a lot. If we didn't go on Madison and Pulaski.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
yeah,
I don't know why I just brought that just popped into my head for some reason, y'all. That was very random.
that was random. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you not familiar, you've just had a history lesson on the west side of Chicago.
Facts.
Brought to you by Latisse.
I don't know why I did, guys. Sorry. He just popped into my head.
Now we are what is episode 105?
Mm-hmm.
Episode 105 of Some of That podcast. I'm Coach Mo. We got Tease over there. Um, this has been a heck of a week. I mean, it ain't been like off the chain week, but it's been a few things going on. Hey, did you watch the Katt Williams special?
So, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I did try to watch it,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was huff. In your words, it was huff.
It was
Like
tough.
I couldn't I tried to watch it, but it was just I couldn't get into it. It was some parts where it was like like it was like
Oh damn.
but it wasn't I don't know. I gotta watch it again. I didn't watch it from I came in like when it had already started, so I didn't see
Mhm.
it from the beginning. So I did watch it from the beginning, but nothing like made me crack up, you know. So I like I said, I maybe before I call it Huff, I should watch it again from the beginning. But
Okay.
what I saw was it was just okay.
Yeah, I fell asleep on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen that from a lot of people. They was like they either didn't like it or they fell asleep too.
The thing about it for me with him, when he talking normal and he doing like an interview compared to when he doing his show,
Mhm.
he's like two different people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just like really like noticed that. Like
Mhm.
when he doing his performance, his stand up, he's like a totally different person.
Yeah.
His voice is different. His
Yeah.
mannerisms is different.
Yeah.
But when he like talking like regularly, like normal, it's like, who is this motherfucker?
Yeah. I think see with Cat, like when Cat first started out, he was always like, you know, how similar to how Dave Chappelle or like a Chris Rock tell comedy about politics and stuff like that. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like now he's too preachy. So he take too long to get to the punchline because he too preachy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
he it's okay to like I don't mind the content that he's talking about. Just get to the funny part, make it funny faster. Like I don't want to hear like a rant for like 5 minutes and then you get the punchline. Then it's like, okay, yeah, but now you just ran it for 5 minutes. So it's like exhausting. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. The Tom Brady roast was funnier than Katt Williams special.
I've only seen bits and pieces of the
That
roast.
was much more funnier. Like funny. Like that shit. It was so offensive. That's what made it so funny. I
Why
mean,
do
it was
people like
funny.
roast? Like it's just about people roasting, like literally like roasting. Like why do people want that?
I don't know why people want it either, but if you can get the people to roast you that are funny, it makes it even better. And he had the perfect people roasting him.
Mhm.
Kevin Hart being the host was perfect because even he's funny, and to me, and he ain't that funny to me
Yeah.
all the time. So, but he was funny on his roast, and just seeing Gronkowski and some other players he played with roast him, that shit was hilarious. And um, they had Kim K up there. The fans, like the crowd, booed her. Like it was.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was funny. That roast was funny. It was really
I'm gonna
Netflix.
check it out.
They did it live too. It was live on Netflix.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
it's good. It's good.
they got this Netflix is a joke little kind of like thing going on.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they did. I'm glad they put it on Netflix. That was good. I watched that. I watched the Cat Williams, which came out live. What was that? Saturday night, Sunday night,
I think it was Saturday.
and then the Tom Brady roast came Sunday night live. So I
Okay.
I watched the Tom Brady roast twice actually.
Really? Yeah, I gotta check
Yeah,
it out. I didn't.
that's it. Just how funny it was, and I was like, I missed some things, so I was able to see it again. But that was good. That was real good.
I'll make that my weekend watch then because I haven't.
Yeah,
You know, it
yeah.
don't be nothing, on Fridays and Saturdays. It literally is nothing on TV. So
So yeah, you could
it's
definitely watch.
about watching something on. Last week I was in my Tubi
Mm-hmm.
bag.
Hey, you shocked me. Now
Yeah.
you got. What I want to know is this is for me. I gotta know what movies did you watch on Tubi. This is what I want to know.
What y'all suggested one to me, bro? I can't think of the name of it. Was it Don't Look Back?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
so I watched that was wild as hell. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I started one, but I fell asleep, so I don't remember what it was. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I did watch all of Don't Look Back, so that
That's a wild movie.
was a crazy. I'm like,
Wild movie.
this is wild. Like, how do people watch this stuff? It's crazy.
It's you. There's some other stuff on there you gotta watch though, Tease. You gotta see one thing about Tubi. Once you watch one, you get down that rabbit hole, man. Then you,
Right, that's what happened. It was another one that popped up, and I just like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and watch it. So I started
yeah,
watching. I fell asleep. So
you get down that rabbit hole, it's over with, man. You be in Tubi purgatory for
facts,
real.
facts.
Oh, and before I go ask you some other questions, first let me shout out to my mom and dad. They've new subscribers now.
Okay,
to the
finally.
pop. Yeah, yeah. Every week now,
Them
I
my
get it.
people.
Every week I get a critique. I get a critique.
Now you gotta behave now, bro.
But I told my mama, you shouldn't even be listening. That's what I told her. You shouldn't even be listening.
I
She
be telling my daddy that because he'd be so proud of us. He'd be like, "What's the podcast again? I want to say, like, Daddy, no, this not for your coworkers. Okay,
yeah. I told my
not for the
old
past
man,
coworkers."
my old man, he love it. He love it. He gonna tell me, he gonna be telling me, I just want you to know everything Latif says is right. I said, oh my God. I said, oh my God. He go. But yeah, they watch every week on YouTube. So they
That's
watch.
what's up.
Yeah.
That's
So
what's up. I
make
love it.
sure, make sure y'all subscribe to the podcast. We're on
For
Apple
sure.
Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure you follow the IG page, the SOTSOTPOD on IG. Make sure you follow the Facebook page also. What else? Oh, guess what's coming back tonight at 12 a.m.
It's 12 a.m. What's coming tonight? What?
BMF, the final
Oh,
episode.
episodes. See, bro, I told you this season had been kind of I don't know. I wasn't feeling
It's
it like
Huff. It's Huff.
yeah. So
It's
I
Huff.
guess I'll go ahead and watch the season finale, but yeah,
It's Huff. I'm praying that the final episode is better than the entire season.
I hope so.
Praying. I'm praying because this year was so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. It was, I don't know. I feel like they rushed it. I don't know what
Mhm.
was going on, but
Yeah,
it was so bad.
it was hard to keep it's hard to keep people's attention this
It
season.
was. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And then we have the Shy is returning.
I never did get into the Shy, but I'm not subscribing to nothing else. So unless somebody give me their password to Showtime, I'm probably gonna
I'll
be
give it to you. You
I'm
can
gonna
use
be
mine.
all right, bro. Cause I'm gonna be out the mix on the Shy because
Yeah, you can use mine.
I used to have Showtime probably when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Um I was thinking of a few episodes, but because I don't have a lot of shows on Showtime, I got rid of it. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm not
It's this is the last
season.
season of it. Yeah, so they split it up. But they gave us the first half last year. Now this year, this is the second half. So this is it. This is the
Okay.
final half, final season. So we get to find out what's gonna happen with everybody. Those, especially those characters. I really want to know what's gonna happen with old boy Duda, and then Luke James, his character. He's old boy
James
brother.
is a really good actor.
Yeah, he is a really good actor.
Yeah.
He's a real good actor. But I'm excited for the shot, and Power will be back. Power
That's
Book
what I'm
Brothers will
waiting
be
for.
back.
That's my show right there.
Coming back in June, and then
Yeah.
we getting two halves of that.
Yeah. I'm
So they
waiting. That's
they
what I'm waiting.
breaking it up.
Yeah. You think let me ask you this, bro. Do you think we're gonna get a appearance from Ghost?
No, no,
I think we are.
I don't think so.
I think we are. I think even if it's in I don't think it's gonna be like an appearance like he's still alive. I think he's gonna come to Tariq in like a dream or
Oh
something.
yeah. I mean, I can see that as a ghost or whatever. But
Yeah, like a ghost. Like I feel like he's going to because this is the final season, and I feel like because he's gonna be trying to tap into his dad. I think he's going to be kind of like I don't want to say manifesting him, but I feel
mhm.
like he's gonna be tapping in, and I feel like his dad's gonna talk to him and walk him through like what to do for some stuff.
I have a prediction though.
What?
I think Tariq is gonna die.
I won't be surprised.
That's my prediction.
I won't be surprised. I feel like that would be a good ending to the story if he died
hmm
like his father did. Like
hmm
you killed your daddy and you died to the streets of it. It'll be kind of like the tragic ending, and that's what he wanted you to avoid. And
Yep,
you,
I think he gonna die. That's my prediction.
yeah, I could see that.
Yep, they I think some major characters are gonna get killed. I don't know who, but I think we're gonna have somebody get killed. I don't know if it's gonna be
I think he's
Braden.
gonna die.
Who?
Kane.
Yeah, he might. Yep.
I feel like Kane. I feel like um we'll finally. I feel like we'll figure out finally what's the deal with Effie.
Yeah, we'll probably
If she
get
the
that.
feds or not.
We'll probably get that.
Yeah.
So, and I'm looking forward to seeing Monet. Monet is hilarious on there.
Monet might die too.
Man, I might cry if that happened.
Monet might die. I could see. I think I wouldn't be surprised. Like it's gonna be some tragic death. I think
Yeah,
like every week I feel like somebody gonna die until Tariq die.
until he died.
Yeah, I definitely think Tariq's gonna die the last episode.
I think
But
so too.
I think it's gonna be like some more tragics, like
Hmm.
either like Monet, Kane, Drew, like one of them, like they gotta go.
They gotta go. I know they hate their mama though.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
hate they all hate their mama. But
actually so.
what you say?
I said rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so. I mean, rightfully so. But yeah, it's the shows are starting to come back now. When the spring, summer, these shows come back.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
looking
ready
forward
for
to it.
that. Ready.
So Mother's Day this weekend, Tease.
Mother's Day,
This is the
Mama, you
this is
need
the day where the entire world shuts down on Sunday for Mother's Day.
do they?
I mean, they do it more on Mother's Day than they do Father's Day.
Mm.
And I do know this too. On Sunday, it's going to be really, really good weather too. So
Which is good.
it's going to be a really good month. It's going to be, I think it's supposed to be 80 or close to 80 on Sunday.
Yeah.
So everybody going to be outside. All the restaurants booked.
Yeah, you know what, my family, if we do like a Mother's Day go out, it's usually like the day before.
Okay.
But we don't. My family likes to cook, so my mother and my aunt put their request in of what they want us to cook on Sunday, so we cooking that. They won't. They think because we grown now, they menu getting like expensive.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, they told us they want surf and turf this year.
Surf and turf.
Steak and lobster.
Oh, damn.
Exactly. So we got to make steak and lobster for the whole family. We got
Damn.
steak and lobster and our sides. So that's what they requested. So that's what
Okay.
yeah. Y'all doing a dinner, bro? Y'all going out?
No, I'm taking my wife out on Sunday afternoon,
Okay.
like a brunch type. I'm gonna take her there. But no, we ain't really going out because it'd be crazy. It'd be we ain't
Mm,
we. I figure as Saturday we'll probably do something together as a family. But
yeah.
then Sunday I'm gonna take her to brunch
Okay.
and do that.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I told her to come. We'll probably just pick her up.
Yeah. Yeah.
She'll
That'd
be
be
ready.
nice. That'd be
She'll
nice.
be ready. Yeah, she'll be ready to go. What else? So, do you like is there like Mother's Day songs? Like, is there a favorite song that people play on Mother's Day, or do people just be like, whatever?
You know what? You know they're gonna play the Boys to Men Mama.
Oh yeah,
That's
oh yeah.
you're probably gonna hear that all week. You probably gonna hear I know they got R. Kelly on pause, but they used to always play Sadie used to always be played.
Shady was always played.
Tupac, Dear Mama.
Dear Mama.
Um I'll hear sometime I always love my mama. She's my
She's my favorite girl. You only get one. You only get one.
yeah. I hear that during the week. You know what's funny? This gonna take you back to when we was to church days. They always play you remember this Shirley Caesar song? I remember mama in a happy way.
Yeah, those are church days. Yeah, yeah. So
They used to play that every Mother's Day.
Every Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's a lot of mother songs, but those are ones that like come to my mind. Like I think probably my favorite mother song is Mama, the Boys to Men. I like their mama too. I put a like
me too. Me
one
too.
yeah.
I like the Boys and Men song, and I like the Tupac song. Those are my favorite ones.
Probably my favorite.
Hold on. Before this is random, but that Shirley Caesar song. You remember the Shirley Caesar when that song when she was talking about she's like, I remember walking downstairs and I fell, and boom.
That was, you know what? That was
Who was that? Who was that?
that was Helen Baylor.
Helen Bella. Okay. Do
Yeah.
you know every time when I used to hear that part, I used to laugh so hard. And I know it's not funny, but I used to
Like,
laugh.
testimony, you laughing, bro.
Oh my God. I know it's random, but I should say I thought it was Shirley Caesar. Okay. Okay. Okay.
It
Okay.
used to come on every Sunday. Yeah. It
Yes.
used to be like, I had a prayer in grandmother.
Boy, and that part come on, feeling boom. I used to be in the back seat rolling, rolling.
Yes. GCI played that literally every Sunday.
Every Sunday, every single
Yeah.
Sunday. But yeah,
You gonna hear Helen Baylor, that testimony song, and then you're gonna hear that come on in my room
all
every
the time,
day.
every
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah. Every Sunday.
So I know for Mother's Day, I know everybody has their own tradition. Some people cook for their mamas, grandma, auntie. They have mom come over the house. Some people get catered food. Some people actually maybe they'll rent out a place and do something there. I still feel like Mother's Day is just a little bit more important than Father's Day, just because I just feel like I don't care who you are, especially men, you gonna love your mama. Like the mamas is just the love is different for mamas.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're a male or a female, it's just different for mamas. And I just think on those Sundays, I do like to see everybody with their pictures with their mama, taking them out to eat or whatever. Because for a lot of people, this Mother's Day is not so celebratory because a lot of people may be celebrating Mother's Day without their mama for the first time in their life.
Mm-hmm.
So it. I always think about those people too on Mother's Day that
Yep.
they don't have their mom here anymore to
Mm-hmm.
celebrate them. But yeah, it's one of those. I enjoy Mother's Day. I do. I really
Yes,
do.
I do too, bro. I do. I pray for those people that miss their mom on that day.
Mhm.
Everybody. I always say, Mother's Day is always special for me. That's why you gotta really celebrate your parents. You know, in general, like you can't wait till Mother's Day, which is it's a man-made holiday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
it's a man-made holiday. It doesn't have to be the only time you honor your parents or honor your mother. But yeah, like you said, it's hard for some people. I always think about like our parents, like some our age group. Of course, we gonna miss our parents, but our parents lost their parents at some point too.
true.
And they had to
True.
celebrate, and they had to live, and they had to take care of their kids without their mama and their daddy.
Yep.
You know, it's a part of life, unfortunately. But I always say that you kind of just gotta. I like to look at stuff as I'm a half full type person.
You're a glass half full type person, huh?
Yeah. So it's just like if if there is something that you can take from it, you can remember the times that you had with your mother, and then you can appreciate just the other women around you. What I'm saying?
Hmm.
Whether it could be
Hmm.
your sister, it could be your auntie, it could be a cousin, it could be other women that have impacted you in some kind of motherly way. Like for me, I always say I got two moms. I got one mom in heaven. I got my mom here on earth, and then I got like my aunties are my other angels. Because they took care of me when my mama wasn't here. So
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm just blessed. You know what I'm saying? So I like
Now,
to honor. I like to honor all the ones, my aunties, my older cousins that have played a part in raising me. So
mhm.
yeah,
now for you, Tease, I always refer to you because, you've always had a unique but beautiful situation. So growing up young, for you, with your mom, uh, your birth mom passing away young for you and Marsha, how
mhm.
did y'all kind of like navigate through that as y'all got older
Well,
on Mother's Day, like when Mother's Day came and stuff like that?
I don't even like when we was younger. That's just what the blessing I have in my life. I never really you like my mom's always a part of me because I look like her and
Yeah,
everybody act like her. So
yeah.
I'll never forget her. But I didn't feel the presence of not having a mom because I had I had my grandmothers, I had my aunties, and then when my dad got remarried, mama now, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really feel the gap of not having like that woman presence over me. So
Okay.
so I would say like Mother's Day for me was never like hard in a
Mm-hmm.
sense because I always had like a mother figure, whether it
Mm-hmm.
was my grandmother or my like I said, one of my aunts, and then to when my mom when my dad got remarried, my mom. So
Right, right.
I never that's that's a blessing for my life. I never experienced a gap of not feeling like that mother presence, you know?
It's
So
funny you say that because I've always like just growing up with you. I never could tell, like
yeah,
like because it was always your mom around. So I could never tell like you felt like there was a gap. So yeah, I agree with you. I can say that from knowing
yeah,
you all my life. I
yeah.
definitely could tell that. I just know for some people, um, for example, my wife,
Mhm.
you know, she lost her mom at 13.
Mhm.
That's young
Yeah.
for that's young. Whether what I mean, that's 13. Everybody know at 13, you becoming a teenager, so it's
Yeah.
a whole bunch of stuff about life you still don't know about.
Mhm.
Then she lost her aunt who raised her
Mhm.
after her mom passed. She lost her aunt. So those were two female figures in her life. Her auntie being the one that raised her,
Yeah.
shaped her to becoming the woman who she is. So it was hard for her that first Mother's Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was tough. So I don't. I always say that it's hard when when your close friend or your spouse or whatever, when they lose a parent, you really don't understand what they're going to. You can say,
Sure.
I apologize, I'm sorry. You can try to be there and be empathetic, but you don't know what they're really going through because at the end of the day, there's a void.
Mhm.
It probably will never be filled ever again.
Mhm.
So on those days like Mother's Day, Father's Day, that one day out the year where everybody's enjoying, like you said, that special person because they, anytime you get with them, you're supposed to, be with that person, that mom or your dad.
Mhm.
That's that one day they can't. So it's like I always say, like I don't never feel like you should not over celebrate, but at the end of the day, you should still be grateful and thankful
Absolutely.
that you still have your mom and dad to
Mhm.
celebrate on a day like
Sure.
this. You know
Sure.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then I just like I said, I thank God my mother is still here. But like if I did it, like I said, I've always been a glass half full type person. So I would want to believe that I could still celebrate my mom, both
Mm-hmm.
of them, even in their physical absence. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I can always try to you're gonna have your moments like of course you're gonna wish they there and you're gonna be a little sad, you know what I'm saying, because you don't have their presence. But I always just like to think, like you said, remember the times that I did have them, and then thank God for the life I have now and the women I still have around me now. So you
Yeah.
know, I feel like for me I always look at it in the spiritual aspect, that I feel like when it comes to that void, you know, if you want it to be filled, I feel like God can fill that for you. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it just has to be a desire, for you to want that. And you have to tap into it. It's not an easy thing, you know what I'm
It's
saying? So
tough. It's
it's
tough.
a process. It's a process. So I don't take it lightly. But I think you can never replace, that person, but it gets easier. It gets easier with time, it just it gets easier in the sense that, you will remember them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It won't always put you in like a deep depression, you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah.
I and my mom for years. My mom would, her and her sister would go down south to see their mom
Mhm.
in Tennessee every Mother's Day for like probably, let's see, CJ 18 now, probably for like the last 13 years until my grandma passed away. But that's what they would do. Like every Mother's Day, they'll go down there for like 10, 12 days Mother's Day week and stay
Mhm.
just to see her mom. And but when grandma passed away, she didn't do that anymore. Like I remember when she told me, she was like, "Well, I guess I won't be going down south this year."
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, "What you mean?" And I was like, "Oh, that's right, grandma ain't here no more." But
Mhm.
that was her. That was like an annual thing for her. So
Mhm. Mhm.
I just feel like everybody has their own tradition, the things
Yeah,
they do on Mother's Day, and I think um, I know it's like you said, it's man made, but you should still honor your parents
absolutely.
every day of the week. So
Absolutely.
when they still here and you still got them, honor
Mhm.
them every day. Because I still have like my close friends. They always tell me, "Man, Mo, you lucky. You still got both of your parents, man. Don't take that for granted." And
Yeah.
these are my homies who've just recently lost their mom or just lost their father. So
Yeah.
they always tell me that. So yeah, but
Yeah.
I
'Cause
always got.
we truthfully we older now, so
Yeah, we older.
with
Yeah,
our
we
parents
older.
get older, and things are gonna be different where, we become that generation that under us where we're the older people, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep. That's
Yeah,
true. That's
yeah.
true. But yeah, that's Mother's Day. I'm looking forward to it. So I can't wait to Sunday. And then
Happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers.
yeah, happy
We
Mother's
love
Day
and
to your mom.
appreciate y'all for sure.
Now you stud looking women. Don't be getting up. Hey, don't be
That's
getting
so
on.
stupid, bro. That's
I
so
I
stupid, bro.
gotta I gotta tell people what I came across on Facebook.
Oh gosh.
Y'all have to hear this because I heard it and it was funny to me. It says, if your mama is a stud, don't post that nigga for Mother's Day. That was the funniest.
That's so stupid.
I laughed at that for at
If
least
your
five
mama
seconds.
is a stud, your mama is a stud.
To Mother's
That's
Day.
all it is. Your mama just a stud.
That's all it is. That's all it is. So
Can't help
can't
it.
help it. And don't no dudes get on Facebook talking about some. I'm the mommy and the daddy.
Yeah, don't
I,
do that.
I might block you if you're somebody I know.
Don't do that.
Don't get on there doing that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, you've been paying attention to that teacher that's under criticism for letting those students, girls, by the way, young girls, it looked
Mhm.
like they was in like fourth, fifth grade. It looked like.
No, they was like an 8th grade.
Oh, they was eighth grade.
Yeah, they
Oh,
was
they
like
look
they
young.
they middle school. No, they didn't, bro. They look like high school kids.
They did.
They
Some
look
one,
like high
one of
school
them,
kids. They
one
in
of them,
middle school.
one of them girls looked like they was super young, but okay, they was in middle school. But
Mhm.
he facing some criticism for that. A lot of people saying that's inappropriate. They didn't like it. They was taking down his hair. He did a whole video. I think it was a TikTok video or whatever. They taking down his hair. He explaining in the video why he had them take down his hair and blah 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 and all that. But it went viral. He posted it, so it went viral. People had a problem with it. They said it was inappropriate. He shouldn't be doing that. Now he's facing maybe that he might be fired from the school district. What's your thoughts on that? I wish we had a teacher that we can ask right real quick, somebody, a principal. What's your thoughts on that?
Um, I don't think he should be fired. Um, I can see why people thought it was inappropriate. Even if it was probably a female, if the kids were taking out braids, they probably would have a problem with it. I think because it's with school, with students, you have to have it's boundaries that you have to have, right? And so, like, physical touch is something that, you know, it's a lot of boundaries around that. I don't think he meant anything sexual behind it, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he meant any harm, but just because of how the society is and how perception is, you have to be wiser and know that some people are gonna take it the wrong way. Even if your parents know what goes on in the classroom and people wanna look at it and they're going to make it what they wanna make it, you know what I'm saying? I think he's a young teacher, so he's gonna learn, you know what I'm saying, how to I think he it wasn't he just doesn't do that. He plays darts with them. He goes to their games. He plays soccer. He showed a lot of stuff. If you go to his page, it's a lot of stuff that he does that engage with
They
them.
doing his nails on one video.
Yeah, so I think that's his way of trying to engage with his students, which you do got to figure out ways to engage. Especially now when we're in this just technology world where everything is digital, and to be in a classroom, you got to figure out ways to connect to kids, especially when they get older. So I think that's what he's trying to do, but he's also young, and so he just has to learn that even what you're trying to connect with your students, they still have to respect you as an adult, and there still has to be boundaries that you have to set, because even though it may be innocent, um people looking at it a different way, you know what I'm saying? And so I think he'll learn from it, but I don't think he should be terminated, for one, because you know they don't have enough teachers.
Male teachers too.
It's a teacher shortage. Is definitely a shortage of black male teachers. So I would hate to see him be fired, especially if a lot of the students consider him like their favorite teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to keep those around. So I think, he has to learn boundaries, and the students have to learn that, it may be a good idea, but I mean, it may be innocent, but you can't do everything.
So let me, because I always have to be this person just to spark conversation. Do you think it would have been the same backlash if that was a female teacher?
No,
I don't either.
no,
I think my opinion is I think the root of this is because he's a male.
he's a man. He's young girls.
And I think because the way we are in society, we automatically think the worst when we see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I personally do not feel that it was a big deal,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like maybe this is a teacher who truly loves his students, and this is a way to interact with them and maybe get them to talk, open up. It could be stuff that they can't talk about at home,
Sure.
but they feel comfortable talking to their teacher while they're taking down his hair.
Mm-hmm.
They could be comfortable talking to him about anything. And like you said, they're eighth graders. So who knows what they're probably going through. And maybe they feel like they can trust him.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, where are the parents who are there, and that's the parents of that school, of that, where are they coming to bat for him? Are they supporting him? Do they have a problem with him?
Yeah.
Because I always feel like sometimes when stuff goes viral, like this, it's always people in the comments that's always, boom, the first thing they think of, he shouldn't be having little girls do that to him. Mm-hmm. See, my thing is, where your mind going with it? When you say that, where's your mind going with that?
Right, because you're being perverted. Everything is
exactly. Everything's not perverse. Everything is not perverse.
Yeah.
And then if you watch his other videos, he does a lot of uplifting, and he speaks a lot of life into them kids.
Mm-hmm.
And does anybody want to ask those kids how they feel about that teacher?
Right.
Because a lot of times everybody always say, well, adults, we got to do what's best for the kids. But sometimes maybe them kids actually have a say, and maybe they actually feel like, hey, he's the best teacher I ever had because he does X, Y, Z. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't, like, I know we live in a fucked up world. I do know that.
Sure.
I do know that. I truly know that. But not everybody's fucked up. Yeah. Maybe that teacher's, maybe he really, 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 really cares about them kids. Mm-hmm. And this is a way of talking to them, or an outlet for them.
Sure.
Taking his hair down. But I know how it looks.
Yeah.
And I understand that. My only thing for the young brother, I just wish he would have never posted it.
Right.
Because here's where we always get into trouble a lot of times. Mm-hmm. When we hit send.
Yeah.
And we do that a lot of times, sometimes without thinking. Mm-hmm. That's my only thing. I didn't have a problem. I did not think it was inappropriate. I did not.
He's a part of the TikTok generation, so they
exactly
they young, so they want to post content, And so he probably, in his mind too, he probably was thinking like, I'm gonna post it so people can see that it's an innocent thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people won't even think like, or they can hear like, so and so was gonna take it down, Mr. Thompson. His braids or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, but he posted this so y'all can see, no, ain't no funny stuff. It's 5 girls in my head. And he said like he was taking he had an appointment, like, right.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I get it. I get why they was all in his head, because anybody who has braids, when it's time
It takes time.
it takes time. And so if you can
Yeah.
get somebody to take your braids out,
And he
please.
got like 2 or 3 girls doing it, so
Yeah.
it's
He's
speeding
like,
up the process.
yeah, he's trying to get to his appointment. So
Yeah,
I get it. You know what I'm saying? I
I
do.
get it
And
too.
I get both things. I get how some people might be uncomfortable because of the wicked world that we live in, but high key, what's been going on lately in the news when it comes to that kind of crazy stuff, it's been ladies
Yeah, it has been.
or women being inappropriate with these students. So
Yeah, it has been.
just judge it and just think because it's a man that it's some perverted ladies out here too.
It sure is. They taking advantage of boys.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, see, I be wondering sometimes, and this is just what I be wondering. I know if the female teachers taking advantage of the boys, but I be wondering, do them little boys be with the shits too?
See, it's the same thing. It's the conversation that we have with young girls who,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see the society don't protect young boys
No.
in a sense. So society tells young boys that if you're 13 and your 24-year-old teacher tries to have sex with you, you the man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's molestation. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But we don't society doesn't do that. So why because he may go along with it, that doesn't take away from the wrongness. It doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
because as an adult, it's illegal for you to have any kind of relationship with a 13-year-old. So that doesn't make it, because the 13-year-old went along with it, he's 13. You know what I'm saying? But you are
Yeah.
adult, so it still makes it wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they may be with it because that's society conditioning. You know what I'm saying? If we made it uncomfortable, if we told boys at a younger age, if we tailored sex different for young boys, then they wouldn't it would be different. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't get no high fives when a 25-year-old take a 8-year-old's, or 10-year-old's virginity, and
Mm-hmm.
think that's cool. It's not cool, but society has done a number on our young men. And the truth of the matter, a lot of young boys go along with it, bro, because it's society tell them to. That don't mean that they don't really wanted it. It could have been uncomfortable, but you can't. You're not gonna tell your homies, the old girl that's 18 that you did it with. Like you're gonna go along with it. You a boy, you know how it go. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, you may not have wanted to do it.
I
Just
mean,
develop it.
in most cases like that, if a teacher is having relations with the student, most oftentimes that teacher's probably taking that boy's virginity. That probably is the first that he's ever had, and most oftentimes. It is double standards for boys. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. It's different. It's different because most boys will probably go tell their homies, man, I just smashed Miss Johnson. I know y'all ain't gonna believe me, but here go the text messages.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it just is what it is. And it's wrong because it's still a grown adult having sex with an underage person. He's still underage.
Yeah.
Whether or not he said, yeah, I like this, it's still underage according to the law.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I feel like you got to be a little warped as an adult.
Sure.
To look at a 14-year-old and be like, yeah, I want to smash that.
Yeah.
You gotta be a little.
Yeah.
You
Can't be
off.
saying, oh, he's 6 feet and he a big boy.
Yeah.
You a grown ass woman.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're a little warped.
How do you even be attracted to? You should not be attracted sexually to that kid. It's a kid. Period.
It's a kid.
It's a kid. Yeah.
He's definitely a kid, and
Yeah.
just like with the
It's a kid
girls,
mentality. Like, come on. Like, I, yeah, it's disgusting to me. It's very
but
disgusting.
and going back to the teacher, yeah, he a young teacher. In his mind, he thinking this is innocent. This is nothing. Because you see teachers all the time. They make videos, TikTok videos with their class, and I'm sure that's probably what he's thinking. But you know, we in this society, you have people automatically they think the worst.
Yeah.
They think the worst. They think this dude is whatever with these girls in his class. But I don't think it was inappropriate. I actually thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Listening to him.
I think the internet blew it out of
They
proportion.
did.
Yeah. Like they always do.
They blew it out. They definitely blew it out of proportion. So I mean, I hope he keep his job. I hope he has parents that come and speak on his behalf. Hope he have students that come and speak on his behalf because I don't want him to lose his job over something like that. I wasn't even outraged. I wasn't.
Yeah,
I was
I
just
didn't.
like,
Yeah, because I didn't get that it was like perverse behind it. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying, so it didn't really bother me. But I can get how some parents can be like, you know what, I'm not comfortable with that. So I get both sides. You know.
and that's fine too. Like, if you a parent and you be like, no, I'm not having that. I'm not gonna argue with you because that's your children. You have a right to say whatever. But
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was just egregious.
Yeah.
I didn't see any type of inappropriateness. I didn't. I just didn't. Because this one person that kind of was like, I had a teacher. He used to take me home. I used to eat at his house, and
that's doing too much.
he treated me like an uncle. And I was like, y'all talking about this video? Are y'all reading what old girl just said? Now that's weird. That's weird business. But social media takes on a different beast sometimes.
Yeah.
It really does.
It usually be monkey see monkey doing in the
Yeah, it do.
and
It do.
everybody get like all these self-righteous, stances when it comes to the internet.
They do all these self-righteous. That's right. That's what you said it perfectly.
Yeah.
These self-righteous stances.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is crazy. What else? What else? Oh, did you watch the entire Gary Owens interview with Club Shay?
I did.
Oh, how long was it?
Was it about 2 hours? Maybe a little bit over 2 hours.
Damn, he don't do nothing less than 2 hours.
You get that yak in your system and you just start talking. So
was Gary drinking?
He did.
Oh, okay.
Gary got a little lit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. Did you watch the whole interview?
No, I just watched like 30, 40 minutes of it.
Okay.
I'm not really a big Gary Owens fan.
Okay.
But I watched like 30, 40 minutes of it.
Yeah, I thought it was I do like Gary Owens. I think he's funny. He's a funny comedian to me. I mean, he's had a couple stand-ups that I watched that were actually funny all the way through,
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody likes to be like anybody that's white connected to the black people, they automatically, label them a culture vulture. I don't think everybody that's black people everybody that's white within black culture, I don't consider all of them culture vultures. You've been married to this lady for 20 plus years, and if you've always dated black women, that's just been your thing. It's been your track.
Yeah, that's his thing. That's his thing.
That's you can't help that. So I don't him being around, attracted to black women, I can't I mean, he's been consistent with it. So
yeah, he likes sisters. That's for
it was
sure.
so funny. He kept telling Shannon, because you don't protect black women. Like, it was so funny. Like he kept telling them like I protect more black women than you. Like, like they had a little funny thing going on because they always accuse Shannon of liking white girls and all that stuff. So that was a little funny exchange they had, but
yeah,
I thought it was good. That was a good interview.
Shannon better start showing up with some sisters.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I think that was dead after he had them black kids. It was up after that.
Yeah, he completely switched to the other side. But anyway, that the one topic though I thought was interesting when they brought up his ex-wife and how he don't see his kids and how his kids don't have nothing. They pretty much cut him off. They don't have nothing to really do with him because he cheated on their mama. I thought that was interesting because for me, I see both sides because I see, especially depending on how young they were when it happened. So I can see where the kids would be like, I'm disappointed in you.
Sure.
You know, you broke up our family, you know, whatever. And I can see why they're upset. I also see like, okay, me, I don't know if I would cut off my father if that happened because he's still my father. I know he made a mistake. I'd be upset and disappointed, but he's still my father. I wouldn't cut him off. But I understand both sides of it. I know Gary was explaining it, and you know, I think for kids and families, depending on the dynamic of a family, it could be really traumatizing for some kids. And depending on how they're getting and who they're getting the information from, if they're getting it from mom's side, it may come out a little differently.
Sure.
They may not get the side from dad, obviously. So that may have an influence on what is being said. But I can tell he's hurt. He's hurt from it because he said he hasn't talked to him in what, 3.5 years? That's a long time. He's missed. We just generalized, but he's missed 3 birthdays if that's the case. So that's a lot. I don't know how old his kids are now, but
they in college, I believe. Yeah.
Oh wow! So they grown.
They're grown now. Yeah. So I think they may have been like in their late teens when they got
and they just won't talk to him. And
yeah,
I think eventually that'll change over time. They might, I think it'll change. But again, they're grown, so I understand the point of view is, hey, y'all grown. Like at the end of the day, I'm still your father. It didn't work out with me and your mom because of me. He took whole accountability for it, but I'm still your dad. I still want to be a part of y'all life somehow. We ain't got to like, we ain't got to like have this moment where I got to have a kumbaya with you, but at least let me just know how you doing, what's going on in your life, and then let's just work from there. But I know everybody in the comment section was like, that's the mama fault. She probably fed them garbage and blah blah blah. I mean, I get it. Everybody have opinions.
That though, if you watch, they had a reality show on BET. She was bossy.
She's a handful.
And I think Gary.
Did you see her comment?
I did, which was she didn't. She gonna say my piece is not responding, but then said something.
Yeah, I saw. I knew she was gonna comment.
Like, I knew it. Is that really your piece? Because you really just responded, but whatever.
I knew she was gonna comment. I knew it. I was like, knowing who she is, how she is,
because of what she said when they got divorced. Like she put it out there.
Yeah,
like,
she did.
She didn't help it. And I think Gary being who he was, being on the road a lot, I think he let her control the house, and like he pretty much said that without saying it. Like he said, like it's his fault that he didn't do a better job of making sure that his kids knew his presence, no matter what anybody else could say. You know what I'm saying? So I think because by him being on the road a lot, and then they did get a lot of narrative from their mom. I think he just let her do that, and I think because of the guilt of you out here cheating, I think he just he let her say whatever, but I think as kids get older, they'll understand the human side, of their parents, and hopefully they, I'm a daddy's girl, so I can, if my dad had that type of indiscretion where it caused my parents to be divorced, that's even though I'll be disappointed, that's a relationship problem with him and my mama. It's really nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah,
that's how I feel. Like, I'm still gonna love my dad because he's taking care of me as my father, but that's an indiscretion that he has to deal with my mom because that's their relationship. And as long as it doesn't affect how Gary is raising his kids or had raised his kids, then like I said, the disappointment of being hurt, like, man, Dad, you out here bogus, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, that's especially for a girl.
That's
You
what I was thinking.
you
Yeah,
like, damn, like my daddy out here bogus like that to my
yeah.
mama. Like, I understand that hurt, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But at the same time, if your daddy's still taking care of you, if he's still there for you as a father, then what he's doing as a husband, that's between him and mama to air out. Unfortunately,
Right,
I'm saying.
right.
Oh, but when you're a kid, you don't think about that. That takes them to get older and realize that when you need your dad, and then he's not around because you didn't want to talk to him.
And for a young boy, it hits a little different too.
Hmm.
Cause you like, dude, so my mama wasn't good enough for you?
Sure.
Like, but again, it'd be so much more dynamics that as a young child, you don't really understand.
Sure. You can't separate that.
No, you can't. You can't separate it at all. But I mean, like I said, Gary took full accountability for it, man. He ain't try to make no excuses. He was like, yeah.
He really didn't say anything bad about the lady, so I don't
He
know
didn't. He
why
didn't.
she felt the need to insert herself. He didn't say anything bad about her. He took responsibility for cheating. He took responsibility for the demise of their relationship. So she really didn't have to say nothing.
That lady, that lady, that lady really, I don't know. I'm sure we'll never know all of it, but you could tell she was not after that. She was overdue, and whatever how she was in that relationship, she's still the same way.
Hmm. For sure. She
Cause
definitely was the boss. You can just see that.
she was
She was the boss. You can tell she definitely controlled Gary.
she
Yeah.
ran that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Shannon had me laughing though. Ooh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Shannon just be asking these questions. Shannon messy, dog.
He is messy as hell.
Shannon messy.
Yeah.
I'm just convinced Shannon Sharp is messy.
Yeah.
But hey, like he said, I ain't no journalist. I'm just asking questions.
Hmm.
With his tight pants wearing ass.
He has some kind of loose was on this show. So
Oh, he did?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
He had some little joggers on that was kind of loose.
I want to try his cognac, but that stuff costs a lot of money.
Yeah. Gotta get you another bonus, bro.
Man, you ain't lying. Gotta buy that on the first of the month. So,
Right.
uh, what about the Marilyn Mosley, her case. So for those who don't know, Marilyn Mosby used to be the state's attorney in Baltimore. She became really famous for prosecuting those police officers that, if you remember the Freddie Gray case, Freddie Gray, he died in the police pickup van when they arrested him. They put him in a van, but they didn't make sure he was properly strapped in. So he died in their custody. I think he had a broken neck, some more injuries. She prosecuted those officers, and it was a big thing on national news. But now she's been convicted of wire fraud, or I forget what type of fraud it is, but
Mortgage fraud.
mortgage fraud. That's what it is. She's been convicted of that, and she's facing 40 years in federal prison. The sentencing is in 17 days. So she was on the Breakfast Club. I'll say this: I've been knowing who she was for a long time. She's going through it because she don't even look the same no more. She looks stressed out. She's definitely lost weight. Like if you go back and look at her pictures from years back, she looks totally different now, and you can tell she's going through it. Um, she lost that. Well, her and her husband separated because her husband was on some funny business that came out during her trial, and she says that this is a witch hunt to get her because she fought the system. She went after those people who run the world in so many words. She basically had the guts to, go after police, and we all know how that usually turns out. When you're a state's attorney and you go after the police, you end up being the bad guy. She lost a lot of support in Baltimore and the state of Maryland from her lawmakers and constituents, and she's saying now that finally, she said she feels like they finally figured out a way to get her, but she's done nothing wrong. She said all she did was try to get her own money out her savings, her pension, through a provision which is allowed. And she said she's the only one in Baltimore
Oh, in the United States.
In the United States, yeah, that too, that's ever been convicted of this. And she said that's how she knows that they're just trying to make an example out of her because they couldn't get her for nothing else.
Yeah, it's a lot more to it. But if anybody have a chance to watch it and just look at the case, it's BS. You know,
it is BS.
We've seen this. Even a lot of people don't like Kim Fox, or didn't like her. But there was, for a period, there were a lot of women taking that role in the inner cities, Black women specifically. We saw it down in Atlanta too. So once those ladies got in position, there has been a witch hunt to tear down their character and to put stains on it, so that what they're trying to do, people stop supporting them.
Yep.
Even their own people, because you listen to the talking heads. If you listen to talking heads, if you don't listen to and pay attention to the whole totality of what they're trying to do to Marilyn Mosby, then you will think like, oh, she committed a
murder.
Like, you think it's PPP law shit. You know what I'm saying?
You think it's a PPP fraud. That's what you would think.
They were trying to frame it that way. You know what I'm saying? And of all the things, they tried to get her, like, I think she said on 7 things, 6 of them were dropped. But out of all of them, this one wasn't. And this one just happens to be up to 40 years in prison for some BS. So I hope that, it doesn't go through. I hope she gets her pardon. I hope even if she gets even whatever her sentencing is, I hope, that they can appeal it, immediately. Can get back to, because they're trying to take her lawyer license. They do not want educated Black people, in high places. You can be up there for this is what diversity, equity, and inclusion is about. They don't want
DEI.
They don't want that. They don't want to have a different voice. They don't want it to be the powers that be do not want Black people or brown people really in any of those seats, because then they get to control the narrative. So if you can get her out of there, the next time something happens to like a Freddie Gray situation, then we don't have to worry about, her Black self trying to convict, some cops that were wrong in what they did. They killed him. You didn't strap him in on purpose, broke his neck, and he died, some days later from his injury. So you should go to jail, because if that was anybody else, they would be in jail.
And she took on Baltimore police corruption.
Absolutely.
There was a TV show on HBO last year, 2 years ago, that it was about that group of police officers, that team that was going around the city of Baltimore planting guns on people, planting drugs on people. I forgot what they was called. They had a name that they was called, and she prosecuted them.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that's when everything really began, like the death threats, and because she was like, my job, and I'm glad she explained this, because I used to get mad when Black people used to bring this up. She said my job as a prosecutor is to prosecute people who are doing wrong. Mm-hmm. That's my job. Mm-hmm. And she said, whether you're white or Black, that's my job.
Yeah.
And she was like, I followed the model of the Madam Kamala Harris. That was her job in California. She was a prosecutor. And basically, when you're a prosecutor, you probably not a lot of people going to like you, because your job is to put people in jail.
Right.
Based upon evidence. And she was saying in Baltimore, because there was so much police corruption, she really had to fight through all that, because she said police were really doing whatever they wanted to do, and she was like, "That's not right."
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's. I hope she. I hope she beats this. I really do. I really hope she beats this. And it sounded like, what's her name? Angela Rye. Angela Rye been riding with her for a long time, so she's really at the forefront of this, because she can say and do a lot of things that Mosby can't do. For obviously, but for uh, reasons under the law. But I hope that people will sign that petition and get out there. I hope this judge changes his mind and doesn't. I hope they don't sentence her to no 40 damn years. 40 years, Tease.
Yeah, that's stupid.
40 years.
They like to make examples of black people. So if they
40.
can make an example out of her, then that can discourage anyone else from looking for that role. Anyone black
Yeah.
going into that role. So that's what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted to do with Kim. With Kim Fox, what they wanted to do with her, what they wanted to do, can you think of her name, the lady in Atlanta. They want to put them on tap, because they really just got them on goofy stuff. Like, this is silly because she didn't do anything wrong, but they're trying to find a loophole just to get her on something, which is, y'all got other stuff to worry about. But they don't want black people that's gonna make a difference. They don't want them in.
Mm-mm.
And if you're making a change, they getting you up out of here. That's just what it is. That's the history of America. And you know what they're gonna understand, what they failing to realize is they're trying to hold on to as much power as possible. It's gonna run out. It's running out. And when they realize they're, the quicker they just accept the fact you're no longer going to be the majority in this country, and if you don't have the diversity, equity, inclusion, y'all gonna get left behind, because it's going to be more Hispanics than anybody. It's going to be more black people, more Indians, more Asians. It's going to be more others than it's going to be the people that came from Europe. So might as well just get over it and jump on the bandwagon as soon as possible, because at some point the power's gonna run out, and then you're gonna be on board with everybody, or you're gonna be left behind. That's just the reality. So these are all attempts to hold on to power, and it's gonna erode at some point.
Yeah,
so
at some point.
We'll just get it. Might as well just get on board, because it's coming.
Yeah, it is.
It's coming.
It's coming, and it's gonna look a lot differently, because, like you said, the Brown delegation is rising.
Yeah. It's not it's just this is why, and this is also too, bro, why there's this thing for with the thing, it all ties back to with the abortion. What I'm saying? The white population, they're not having as many kids as everybody else, so they don't want anybody getting rid of kids. They don't want anyone getting rid of any kids, because then their numbers go down. But they already have, like, as far as like birth rates, they're not having kids as much as everybody else. So they don't like that. So it's nuts.
I still think it's wild how they repealed that law, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Republicans play the long game, and Democrats always playing catch up.
Republicans played the long.
Look, they've been playing this game since the 80s. So you gotta put these judges in. They've been putting these judges in place, for decades, so that for a time like this, so
they definitely played a long game for real. They waited out, boy. Shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, I hope Miss Mariyln can get out of this, because I thought she was actually doing some good in Baltimore. Baltimore, man, that's a city there. They deal with a lot.
Yeah.
They got a black mayor that everybody ain't feeling, because he don't look like the status quo. But to me, that means nothing if you know what he's doing.
Right.
And so it's Baltimore, one of them cities, man. It's woo.
And I don't understand, like, if it's a mostly black city, why wouldn't you want a black mayor?
I agree with you.
Like,
I agree with you.
you should have a mayor that represents the majority. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah, exactly. He should represent the majority. And so, what if he looks like the majority? So what?
yeah,
You know, the shit. The mayor in the city in Wyoming looks like them.
howdy doody. So yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, what the fuck?
right.
But yeah, I'm gonna be paying attention to that because I know her trial will be here, and I'm sure it'll be on the news, whatever the decision is. But I'm gonna pay attention to that. So I just thought I came across that on YouTube today. I was like, let me send this to Latisse. But I know you like that type of stuff, so
Yeah, yeah. It's a messed up story. You know.
it is. It is a messed up story. The last thing we gotta talk about, because we just have to, because it's a part of the culture. I'm not really all my excitement I had for it is completely gone because of social media. But the Kendrick and Drake rap battle, I just want to say I don't really have much to say about it. I'll say this: I really enjoyed all the records. I enjoyed all the songs. I thought all the songs were good. They actually gave us, for me as a rap fan, they gave us music.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us music, and you saw each person's creativity with the rap, with the lyrics, with everything, the song arrangement, everything. But I'm gonna ask you because I wasn't really keeping score. Who do you think won?
Well, from a casual fan on the
Mhm.
outside, I'm going to go with Kendrick.
Kendrick. Okay. Okay.
I yeah, I think his songs just hit different.
Okay.
I think, Family Matters was good. I
It
thought
was
the push
good.
was good. I enjoyed
Yep.
push-ups. Um, that song was good. I think Family Matters was good, but I think, you know, the way the way Kendrick shitted on Family Matters, like the way he released Meet the Grams, like within like an hour
It
after
was an hour after. Yeah.
that, it made you forget about Family Matters. You know what I'm saying? And so, Family Matters didn't even get enough time to really get enough buzz to even be like before. Kendrick was like, yeah, I know he's gonna do that. He was like, yeah, I called it. I know he's
Yeah.
gonna do
Yeah. I
that.
knew he was gonna do
As you
that,
do
but
that, I'm gonna go ahead.
aha.
I pissed on you.
Yeah.
So he dropped that, and then when he dropped that, what's the other one? The fast up tempo one, bro. Um,
They like they
Not
not
Like Us.
yeah. That's the
Yeah,
Juneteenth anthem, by the way. I just want to
that
let you
was it. That was it. After that, that was it. Like, I think it didn't matter what Kendrick, not no, didn't matter what Drake dropped after Not Like Us. Like, it's like you said, it's kind of like it's background noise at this point. Like, nobody cares no more. Like, I think Kendrick, he shitted on Family Matters, put that out, and then when he put Not Like Us, it was a wrap. And I don't know that, you know, I mean, it's Drake. Drake is a phenomenal rapper. He was rapping his ass off, to be quite honest. Like,
he did. He really rapped his ass off. He did.
like I said, I enjoyed his songs too. But I just think that for whatever reason, Kendrick's just came up in this situation, his just hit different. And maybe because of how he released it, when he released them, made a difference. I don't know. I'm not definitely not the hip hop, person the best person to explain
Hip
that.
hop. You're not the hip hop
Not the hip hop.
connoisseur.
I'm not the hip hop connoisseur. So, but if I had to pick, I would say, because my favorite song of all of them is, I still like Euphoria. Like, that was still, I still think that's great. That was my favorite one of all the songs. That's just me personally. That was,
Euphoria.
yeah. So that's my take.
My favorite one of all of them was Family Matters.
Okay.
But like I said, I like all of them. They Not Like Us is a bop. I, mean,
Hmm.
I gotta give it up. That's a bop. I like what he's saying in it. Like I said, Juneteenth, that's gonna be played all over because that's perfect for the culture.
Yeah.
It's a perfect song for the culture.
I think that's what Kendrick did. He made culture songs.
I'll say this from fans or people who listen to rap, all that. We found out that Kendrick is really, really creative.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it takes him a long time to make music. You know, he don't just drop music. Like one year he drop album, and the next, no, you can tell that he is creative. So he puts a lot of thought and stuff into what he want to do. Because clearly, in this whole rap battle thing, because I was wondering when Drake dropped that one record, I was like, damn, what the fuck Kendrick? We going on we going on day 9 now, digs. But then when he dropped Euphoria, I was like, oh, that's why he took a while, because this nigga didn't put together some cooking, some sauce. Because Euphoria was dope. The whole visual, everything, it was dope.
Yeah.
But I think it's over. I think it's done. I don't think nobody else is gonna make any records. And I think the reason why is just my opinion. I just think now the powers that be has stepped in now. And I think this is it. I think we ain't gonna hear another back and forth between them two. If I've got to rank in terms of rap battle beef all time, I'm gonna put it right behind. Let's see. I still like Q when he was going after what's the name? Easy in there. I still like that. I still say No Vaseline is the hardest.
All you old heads always say that.
This ever, because that was like beyond disrespectful.
The name alone, though, No Vaseline is that's just like aggressive. the name itself is like, wow, you know.
And I still like Hit 'Em Up. That song was disrespectful because it was hard. But see, the thing is, this is why for me, the battle, the excitement is ruined for me, because we got too many people that just have access to just give us what they think, or too many think pieces. Back then, the record got dropped on the radio, and then you just heard it. And you only had your opinion that you had to yourself, or if you got around your friends, and then you just talked about it, but nobody saw it. You couldn't write about it, and it just stayed on. It carried on, and now it's like this generation now, like with these records, I really wish that I can go back 20 years ago, had these two rap back then, because this would have been some shit. Because Kendrick is straight West Coast.
Sure.
And his music sounded like West Coast. You could hear when Drake do his music, it sounded like Drake stuff. So it was like we getting, in this generation, we getting everything, which for us in the social media area, this is probably we'll probably never get a battle like this ever.
No.
We won't.
You won't get it because the battle was between the top tier people. Like, it's, you know, Kendrick and Drake, as J. Cole always used to say, it's the top 3. You know what I'm saying? And those are two of the best rappers that we've had in this generation for the last decade or so.
And Drake,
and so there's nobody. It's everybody else is underneath them. That's why nobody can release music right now, because
you can't.
Everybody only want to hear what Kendrick and what Drake finna say, because
you can't release that
right now. You know what I'm saying? So
nobody's really gonna pay attention to it right now. You can't release music right now. You gotta wait till you get the okay.
You're a rapper.
That this is over. Yeah, you gotta wait and see that this is over, because we got 2 of the best dudes in the game that go back and forth. We all know
music.
We all know Drake has always been the one that he'll throw some shots. He'll always be on the offensive. Always.
Yes, yeah.
But now we've never heard Kendrick in something like this before. So it's like, okay, Kendrick done checked all the damn boxes now.
Because Kendrick,
he can rap.
He Mr. Morale. He was the we gonna be all right, and you know he's the creative. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really making bops like that. You know what I'm saying?
No. But he got, and then what I love about it, both of them dudes put their records on the DSPs. I love it.
Yeah. That's
So
how you know it was. So y'all don't know if it's real. This is real.
it's on the DSPs. It's streaming. Kendrick said, "I don't even want no money from this."
Mhm.
he, he just doing this for fun. You can tell he's like, "Yeah, I'm with all the shit.
Yeah,
Like I'm with this. I do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I do this." So I enjoy it, and I enjoy it, and I love to see guys like Joe Budden and talk about this
They
because
went crazy.
oh,
They
that was
ended up dancing to "Not Like Us" had me in tears for
you
like
see
2 days.
Flip big ass. You see Flip big ass.
Flip me to knock it off. Man, Ish was so
He
mad.
was
He
mad
was
as
so
hell. Ish was
Ish was
mad.
mad that whole
He
episode.
was
Like
so mad, man. Ish was
he was
mad,
representing
dog.
the light skinned delegation. He was super mad. Yeah.
Ish was mad as hell, man. Oh my god.
Hey,
Wasn't
hey,
it?
this one thing that everybody, has been under the radar, but it lives rent free in my head. That's
What's that?
that actually may be my favorite song. Got this little it's not from Kendrick or Drake though.
What is it?
Metro Boomin, BBL Drizzy. Bro, let me tell you, BBL Drizzy.
You like that, did you? You like that.
BBL Drizzy.
You like that.
BBL Drizzy. When I tell you, bro, when I first heard that shit had me in tears. Like Drake told him, "Go, why don't you go make a beat or something?" He like, you know what? Gotcha.
He said, "Go." He said, why don't you go play some drums?"
Damn,
Metro said, "All right, okay, all right."
Joe, that song been in my head for no reason. Like since he posted that shit last week, I'm like, you know what? I might have to enter the competition. I might have to get some bars on this.
You that tickled you. You like that? That tickled you.
Bro, I cannot. Every time somebody do like a, like use that song for something, and it's in my timeline, I was just like back into my head. It's crazy.
That tickled you. I saw when you cut. I was like, T's really like this.
It's just hilarious. I mean, the dude who originally made it, he made it a few weeks ago, I think.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah,
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 he made, but
yeah.
it's a slower version. But the way
Yeah.
Metro flipped it, bro,
BBL Drizzy.
that was hilarious. Yeah,
I always kept saying to myself, why these dudes saying this man got a BBL? Like, why they keep saying that,
it's
man?
just being funny because they saying he had plastic surgery.
Yeah, I'm like, man,
It's still hilarious.
they made a whole song about this dude, BBL Drizzy.
That BBL Drizzy lives
Because
rent
Rick Ross started it, right? Ross started it, right?
with the BBL.
Yeah, he started it, didn't he?
Maybe, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, maybe.
But yeah, man, this I enjoyed this music. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been listening to all the songs. Like I got like a little playlist. I just got them all, and I just been listening back and forth. So
There's some good songs.
they sound good though.
Yeah,
They sound good. But I like Euphoria.
yeah, that was my favorite one out of all of them.
Yeah, Euphoria is good. Euphoria, we actually heard why this nigga don't like Dre.
He hates Drake.
Yeah, we actually heard it. Like we heard it.
Just like he hates him.
He hates Dre.
Yeah.
And then he basically told us the industry hates you too, nigga. But they just won't say it. But
pretty much Kendrick pretty much they make it. You didn't have to wonder why he don't like Drake.
No.
He thinks Drake is basically an industry plant.
Yep.
He said that he said that like you're not like us, like you're not from the States, you ain't grew up in the hood, you don't know about this life. Like he basically shitted on Drake's whole like career. You know what I'm saying?
He did, man.
Fair or
He
not,
really did.
that's what he did. I don't know if it's a fair thing, but he did.
I'll say this: if they ever do a song together again, it'd be I would be like, wow. Like, cause
they got a couple songs together.
No, I'm talking about like going forward.
Yeah, I mean it'll be big money if they did.
I'd be like, wow.
I had a dream. I had a dream that they did a song. It was them and Cole, and like Cole, like Cole got the whole middle child thing right. Like not being being in the middle to two generations. I think he could flip that and be like middle child, where he can be like he's in the middle of this rap battle between like his two friends, and they can work on that. They can like Cole can kind of like be like a mediator, and then he can. I see it, bro. Like I'm gonna talk to Cole. I'm talk to
You gonna
Cole.
talk to Cole?
Cole, tell him my idea and tell him, I could see the whole middle child part too, and then him kind of like navigating between the two of them. Let them two go off, and then they do something like.
And, hey, if they do something in the future, it just goes to show you, man. That's at the end of the day, it's all about making money.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
It's all about the money. Well,
It's all about the Benjamins.
this this has been a hell of a thing for hip hop the last few weeks, man. It's been unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. My man, what's my man name? Oh, Flip. I was watching Flip little show that he do.
Mhm.
So when Family Matters dropped, he was in like his studio of his. So he was listening to Family Matters, listening to every word for word. He'd stop it. He tore up his whole studio. Flip's he's crazy. He's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I watched the Warrior Mall podcast.
Oh my gosh. Miles about to bust a vessel in his head, like, defending like Drake. Like
Mall was mad.
Maul needs to cut that hair though.
Yeah, he letting that go out.
He got some 1970s soul glow shit going on. Like
that nigga Maul say, you can't diss a nigga or go against a nigga that helps you get money, that got you paid. Rory said, we did. So they start laughing. Everybody started laughing. Maul was like, what? What you say? He said, we did. Maul gonna say, man, don't ever mention that nigga name again. He stole from us. Don't mention that name again. That nigga name around me again. I'm like, damn, Maul mad as hell.
He's too bad.
Maul mad as hell, boy. He's super mad.
Rory was right though. I mean,
Rory was right. He was right.
Technically, that's funny.
That was funny, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get another record.
We should be done now.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get another one.
We should be done. Like if they're not done, I'm done. I'll tell you that. I'm done.
I think this is it. I think this is it. I don't think we're gonna get another one, man. So, but hey, Drake, Kendrick, thank you. I'm glad you did it. I hate you niggas who want to go deep into this and talk about how now there should be rules in rap beef, but 20 years ago it was no rules. So now, I'm just exhausted, T. So I'm just listening to the music and I'm just enjoying it. That's it.
Yeah, it was some good music. Just take it for what it is, and I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over.
It's over.
If you probably would have asked me in the beginning who I would have thought would have won, I probably would have said Drake. Like I just thought that Drake, he has like he's been that dude for so long, you know what I'm saying? And he's got the machine behind him to get all the best beats. So I felt like whatever Kendrick would say, he would have a rebuttal, but Kendrick was like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
I see your Family Matters and I shit on it.
Yeah. And I
wipe my ass with it.
I was listening to Family Matters. I was like, damn. I was like, oh shit, Drake, this motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
1 hour later.
1 hour later.
Here comes this motherfucking song. I'm like,
I'm in with this slow Al Green shit.
I'm like, ooh, Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick was like, I knew you was gonna say that.
He did. Aha. Aha.
Hey man, he was super calculated, wasn't he? He was super calculated.
But he said it in Euphoria. Like, I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
He's like, I know what you're gonna do. I know your moves. And he calculated it perfectly. He calculated it perfectly. Like, I think, like a lot of people has already said that, but it really didn't matter. Family Matters if you look at it in the totality, is probably the best sounding song out of all of them. But because of how Kendrick dropped that Beat the Grams, you forget about it. Like he made you forget about it. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
That was masterful in my opinion.
Beat the Grams.
Yeah. That was some.
This nigga had. Hold on, before we go, Kendrick, the cover art had the aerial view of a neighborhood, and it had like, you know how like the pedophiles where they stay at.
That's so
Bro,
he's
that's
crazy.
sick.
He's
That
crazy.
is sick, man.
Yeah, that was wild.
Oh
That
man,
was wild. Yeah,
meet the grams.
he's
Wow,
wild for that.
wow.
Yeah.
Boy,
I'm
oh boy. But yeah, episode 105, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to some of that podcast. Apple Podcast, Spotify, we on YouTube. Please subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this Kendrick and Drake rap beef for you hip hop heads or you non
yeah.
hip hop heads. Let us know what you think. Also, let us know what you think about the teacher. Was that inappropriate for him getting his hair taken down by his students? So we want to hear what y'all got to say.
For
Uh,
sure.
we will be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have a guest here soon for the month of May. I did have somebody reach out to me. They want to be on the show. They want to talk about sex and relationships.
Oh Lord.
So I said
Yeah.
we'll work on that and see what we can do.
Mhm.
Make sure you subscribe. Tish, you got anything?
No, just happy Mother's Day to the mothers again. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers, to the women that that couldn't be mothers, that have trouble being mothers or that have babies in heaven.
Yeah,
Um Prayers to them as well. That's another element to Mother's Day as well, to women
yeah,
who want to be mothers and haven't been able to be that. So and any new mothers that may be on the horizon and anyone who doesn't have their mother, I just kudos to all of y'all, and I pray that everybody can find some, some form of sunshine, on Sunday, whether mother is here or not, that you can find some way to celebrate her, and have a positive day. So
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I know you're gonna be listening to this, so happy Mother's Day, Mama. Happy Mother's Day to my wife, Samara. I know you're gonna be listening because you always take T side and everything. So,
My sister, so and this is my cancer sister too, so
oh my God, boo,
oh.
boo this woman, boo.
Yeah, so
But we'll be back next week, y'all. So stay tuned.
stay tuned, we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.